What's going on, everybody? It's your boy JD back again with another video, and today we're talking about Xbox and Bethesda's press conference at E3 2021. Let me first start by saying please hit that like button, please hit that subscribe button, leave a comment down below. Are you someone that's excited about this? Because I'm just gonna hit you with all of the games that they presented at this E3, which I have to commend them for. This is just a short version, so you don't have to watch the 1 hour, 10-minute version of what Xbox showed. I have some footage, we'll provide that, and thank you in advance for your support. So, without further ado, let's just get started. It appeared as though there was a leak before the event started. 1 hour before it started, we had Starfield's release date leaked to the public. We found out, at least I personally found out on Twitter, and everybody, especially Xbox fans, were losing their stuff. They're like, you couldn't wait just an hour longer before you could release it. Oh my god. So yeah, that was Twitter for an hour before the event started. And when the event started, there was a slight delay with the audio. So the video was slightly ahead of the audio. Wasn't a big deal. Plus the footage I'm providing is not going to have audio in it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. At the end of all of this, overall, I think that Xbox did what they needed to do. I think they're getting a little bit closer, catching up to PlayStation with a lot of the exclusives. Now, they had a small handful of actual exclusives that's not coming to the PlayStation. And if I can catch them, I will make sure to mention that in this video. But they also mentioned that a lot of these games will be console launch exclusives, meaning it'll come out for the Xbox and the PC side of things first, and then it will probably end up playing on the PlayStation later on. But they also wanted to make a big deal that is a lot of these games are coming out for the Game Pass subscription that they have for $9.99 a month with all of these games. That's a very hard thing to beat. That's a good deal. And if you have an Xbox, I highly recommend doing that. If you do the math, you know, $10 a month times 12, that's 120 bucks. That's, back then it was 2 games. That's a really good deal, especially if you don't want to have a whole bunch of physical games sitting in your background, or you just don't have the money to spend $60, $70 every single time. This is a good deal. You can't argue that. Shout outs to Xbox for doing what they're doing. And now we're just going to blow through all these games that they have released. I'll have some gameplay footage in the background if I hadn't already shown it, and so that you don't have to look at this all day. Starfield, of course, that was already leaked, but that was the first thing that they provided at the event. They announced that's coming out November 11th, 2022. Stalker 2, that's going to be coming out next year. We got Turtle Rock's Back for Blood, that Left 4 Dead style game. They've also announced a new Swarm mode, player versus player or zombie versus player, coming out this year in October on the 4th. Then they hit us with a game called Contraband. We just saw some cinematic footage there. We don't know too much about this game. It will be on Game Pass. Sea of Thieves, that game's already out, but they are collaborating with Disney, and they're coming with some Pirates of the Caribbean. You know, Jack Sparrow and all the characters from that series. That's going to be coming out pretty soon on the 22nd. And it's going to be a free update. So, good job on that, making it free for the players. Yakuza Like a Dragon actually came out today. That's on Game Pass. They provided some footage on Battlefield 2042. 128 players on the same map. I think it's insane. There's so much you can do. I can't even say everything that we can do in this game, but you're gonna have to check the footage for yourself. It is absolutely massive. That thing comes out October 22nd of this year. That's probably one of the bigger games that I'm looking forward to. I'm gonna actually put that in my calendar because that is insane. Like, huge. Everybody's going crazy over it. So it looks good. They provided some good gameplay footage on it. So that's all I have to say about that. They showed 12 minutes. That comes out August this year. We have Psychonauts 2 coming out August 25th. They talked about Fallout 76. They have a new expansion called Steel Ring coming out July 7th this year. They also talked about, real quick, The Pit. That's coming out 2022. They talked about Elder Scrolls Online. They announced Fuzzy Fighter. That is a party animal fighting kind of game that's coming out in 2022. They have Hades coming out in August. That's also going to be hitting other consoles as well. So already on the Switch is also going to come out in August for PlayStation. Showed some stuff on Somerville coming out in 2022. And then the big thing hit. Halo Infinite. I'm sure a lot of people were like, man, I want to see more footage on Halo Infinite. They did show us that, you know, Master Chief's in here and he's going in, jumping ships and grabbing stuff and putting a new AI into a system. And we'll learn more about that. But the biggest thing that they announced, and I'm not sure how the reception is of this, but the multiplayer is going to be free to play. I think that is a big deal. Not sure if that's positive or negative. I'd like to hear what you think about that in the comments section down below. What are your thoughts of Halo multiplayer being free to play on Xbox and PC? You know me, I got PC. I don't have an Xbox Series X. I'm not sure if I'm going to get one or not. But right now, because of the PC, there's no need to get an Xbox Series X. See? They said the multiplayer and the single player will launch on the same day. And they said it would come out in the holiday of 2021. Now, no release date. No extra release date. And I think that's fine. That's playing it safe because you don't want to get people's hopes up. And then the date comes and then a week before it gets delayed or for whatever. So that's playing it safe. I think there's one more delay. That's just my guess. I don't have any, you know, behind the scenes stuff. It's just a guess because games like this, especially going the multiplayer route free to play, that wasn't something that I'm sure that was a thing last year. They must have made some changes when they changed a few people that work on the game. So that's pretty interesting. Then we had Diablo 2 from Blizzard. That's coming out September. We have Plague Tale Requiem coming out in 2022. Don't know much about that. They just showed some in-engine footage of the game, which is essentially cinematic footage. You don't have to sit there and be like, oh, this is it. It's not going to look like that. Come on. Far Cry 6, we saw actual gameplay footage. We didn't see gameplay footage from Ubisoft's press conference, but we see their game in Xbox's press conference. And actual gameplay, which actually looks fairly decent. They provided it in 4K at 60 frames per second. And then that comes out October 7th. Another game I'm interested in. I'm going to have to go bust out Far Cry 3 and play that on the 360 I have sitting around right here at my TV station. We got Slime Rancher 2. It's coming out in 2022. We got Shredders coming out in December. They talked about Atomic Heart. Again, another game where they just showed basic stuff we don't know too much about. They shown us Replaced, a pixelated beat 'em up coming out in 2022. Grounded's got to have an expansion called the Shroom and Doom Update. They said Among Us is coming soon. It will have a 15-player setup, so that's good. If that's you want more people to play at one time, that's great. Euden Chronicles, they have Rising coming out this year, and then they have 100 Heroes coming out in 2023. I'm sorry, why did I say 2022 is this year? It's 2021, ladies and gentlemen. 2022 is next year, ladies and gentlemen. 100 Heroes is in 2023. The Ascent is coming in this year on July 29th. They have Age of Empires coming out in October. They have The Outer Worlds 2 in development. They made a little trailer on it, an engine cinematic footage. But they were honest, you know, as you know, no gameplay footage, no story. We don't know what it's going to be about. But we know for a fact that it is The Outer Worlds 2. The first game's great. Been playing that on PC, is a great game. Flight Simulator, which was captured in 4K, that's coming out on Xbox on July 27th, 2021, with a Top Gun Maverick free expansion coming out as well. They presented some more in-game footage of, or in-engine game footage of Horizon 5. That's coming out November 9th. Another game that I am personally looking into. I just like cars in general, especially racing, super exotic cars I'll never be able to own. It looks really nice, and I'm actually very interested in playing that. I have Horizon 4 on the PC. That looks great. It plays well, and I really enjoy being able to race in environments instead of trying to race out here in public. Not something I recommend. Phil Spencer came out. He was talking about Redfall. That comes out in 2022. It also kind of looks like the Left 4 Dead. We have a group of people going against a whole mass of people coming at you all at once, and you're just trying to defend yourself. Again, I will provide that footage for you to see. Then they provided a video montage, and then they said a mini fridge is coming out this holiday. So that was pretty much it. Like I said in the very beginning of this video, I think Xbox did a great job of just providing hit after hit after hit. And when I mean hit, I mean video. That's all they did. There was not a lot of onstage presence. They did a good job in just getting to the point and giving you the information that you needed to get. They presented 30 games, and out of those 30 games, 27 of those games will be on Game Pass day one when they come out, which I think is a good deal. I think for $9.99 you cannot beat that value. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was cool. I would have to say, in terms of how the conference was, I would put that on the very top. I would put that way on top of Gearbox. That's way down there. It just didn't do good. And then we saw some other coverage, which actually it's right next to Gearbox, PC gaming show, future gaming show, whatever those shows were. Just too cheesy. Like, you can provide hitters and stuff, but you don't have to be super cheesy about this. Just like, it's okay to be chill. Just chill, man. Thank you so much for watching. If you got to the end of this video, please do me a favor, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment down below, and if you really want to be cool, share the video with someone else. This is your coverage of E3 2021.